Last week we talked about a world without a why, honoring other beings as being beautiful unto themselves without the need to relate them to our needs and wants. This kind of displacement of the ego is freeing, you say, letting us stand outside ourselves a bit. This last week of our series, we take that next step then, and that is to not only stand outside ourselves, but to stand with others. And I have to say, the pain and brutality of the world at this moment is especially acute and a bit overwhelming. And I want that messenger from Isaiah, from our scripture this week, to come over that mountain with some mighty good news. So help us to reaffirm this commitment.
I started this book just not that long ago, and I did it because I needed to hear good news. I needed help with my own resilience,
Mm-hmm.
and in my own heart and talking to other people and talking to groups, people have been so deeply discouraged, and so my thought about that was what makes you able to keep your heart open when things are really, really dark?
Yeah.
And we can name that darkness in a lot of different ways. The effects of climate change are going to get even much more dramatic.
Yeah.
The brutality, the cruelty, the resilience of racism, of white supremacist structures and responses is so disheartening. It feels like Sisyphus. You try and push the rock up and it rolls right back down. These things are, and there's many other things one can name. The preference for lies, I find, as much a spiritual assault as anything. So it's a very dark time. Hannah Arendt talks about darkness not just in terms of, she wrote during World War II and the Holocaust, not just as catastrophic events, massacres, wars, but as the conspiracy of deception. That it comes, so that there's a kind of darkness of truth as well as a darkness of events. And so I was very moved. How can I keep my heart open? How can I stay courageous? How can I stay interested in the world? When I feel such a temptation to discouragement. And I write, I suppose, because I want to learn something. And I need to read the thing. I need to write the thing I need to read. And I've been working on these ideas for a long time in different ways, but it just crystallized for me that if you are nourished by the beauty of the world and the goodness and sweetness of God, you will have more resource for accepting the truth of suffering and injustice and responding to it in whatever way is appropriate to you.